What you got going on, Zeke Baker?
Just a lonely boy.
I don't even like where this is going already.
Oh, I got it wrong. How's the Journey thing start? Damn it, I messed that up. Jesus.
How did Journey go?
Yeah, the Journey song. Small town boy. There you go. Living in a lonely world.
I'm a lonely boy. I think that's a Freudian slip right there.
Oh, when I said it, I was like, I think I fucked that up pretty bad.
Everybody, Zeke's just a lonely boy. Somebody keep him company.
Till I didn't get my Bang energy drink in today.
I didn't sleep well last night. We were talking about whether or not we wanted to push recording this one off, and I think both of us are on the struggle bus today.
We can rally. Just don't puke first.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Edwards, and with me is Zeke Baker, and together we make the Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, thank you for making us a part of your day. Hello, Zeke Baker.
What's happening, buds?
How are you doing? Are you awake? Are you still lonely? Do you need a hug? I feel like I ask you that many times after the opening, like if you need a hug.
I think you just want to hug me. These beautiful, curly, goofy-looking locks I got going.
I think if you pull it all up, you kind of look like Albert Einstein without white hair, but like the pictures of him where his hair is all disheveled and kind of going in every which way. That's you right now.
I mean, it's a hot mess. I ain't gonna lie.
You think you're going to grow it out like a ponytail again?
No, I just wanted the lady that cuts my hair to go back to work. I mean, if I could find out where she lived, I'd go make a house call.
Well, Sophia is still available.
I know. If y'all weren't in quarantine, I'd be down there sitting on the front steps like, all right, kid, let's go.
Yeah, come on over. She'll be happy to take care of you as long as you social distance with me.
Are you going to wear that American flag looking do-rag neck gaiter thing you got going on there?
Yeah, I mean, now you know what a neck gaiter looks like, right?
I just appreciate you trying to look redneck. You getting there slowly but surely.
What do you mean slowly but surely? I think I'm more redneck than you.
I mean, if you're going to wear something like that, you need some Rocky boots and some cut-off jean shorts.
I do have some cut-off jean shorts.
You wear that and some Rockies on your hiking trip, son. You be getting checked out.
What about the Timberlands?
That's too city, and they don't come up high enough.
No, they don't. The snakes can still get your leg with those boots, I reckon.
Should have quit while you were ahead.
Anyways, want to let you know today's show is sponsored by CaskCartel.com, changing the industry standard as to how you get your alcohol. They are one of only 2 exclusive online partners to have the Blackened Metallica special set. It is a $100 set, limited edition. If you're a Metallica fan, this might be your jam. There's 2 limited edition 12-inch Metallica vinyl picture discs. They got a whole bunch of stuff in there, and there's one, collect 1, drink 3. There's all different sets. There's one, collect 1, drink 1, which actually comes with 2 of them. Check them out at caskcartel.com. Find that with a bunch of other stuff at the same time, whether or not you want your whiskey, your bourbon, your scotch, your gin, your rum, Amaro, tequila, mezcal, whatever it is, get it sent right to your door. It's a convenience play. Yes, some allocated things cost a little bit more online, but your regular daily drinkers, you should be able to get them shipped directly to your door at a fair and reasonable price, meaning that you don't have to leave the house. So check out caskcartel.com and check them out on Instagram at caskcartel. Zeke, we're just having a fun show today.
We discussed this stuff kind of off and on. Was there ever a Metallica phase for the big cat?
Not a phase in the sense that I listen to a lot of different music. Yes, I enjoy Metallica.
Oh, you still do?
Yeah.
Huh.
Do you?
Not a ton. I like when they covered the Seeger song. I like when they had Kid with him on tour and he played with him some, but that's about it.
I like a little bit of the older stuff more, like Ride the Lightning, and I mean, Kirk really got to go wild.
Yeah, it never was really my thing. I don't know. I never got into it.
But I listened to a lot of that stuff. I mean, I was probably big on like Metallica, Rage Against the Machine, and gangster rap before I like got ready for wrestling matches and football games and things like that. I used to listen to 90s hip hop and a lot of rock before those.
I mean, if you had to ask me to place bets on this, I would have thought your pre-wrestling playlist would definitely have included Ace of Base.
No, it was the first Rage Against the Machine album. That was my jam. I used to listen to that all the time before getting in there.
Too loud, too loud. Hurt your ears. Not good for you down the road.
What do you mean? I didn't crank up the volume.
So shifting gears here, another random thought that I've had recently. As we get older, there's going to be things that senses or attributes that we all lose. Some you kind of look forward to, some you don't. Is there anything you're possibly looking forward to losing, not in the near future, but, like really when we're just old and possibly cantankerous and shit?
This show sucks.
Really? I like it.
What? I don't know. I mean, what do you mean? Like, what am I going to lose?
Like, I look forward to the point where I halfway to 3/4 lose my hearing and I can just legitimately yell at people all the damn time because I don't know what they said and I'm not even faking it. Huh? What?
No, because...
No, I don't want any eggs. Oh, what?
The look on your face.
You don't look forward to those moments?
No, because I still want to be able to hear.
I mean, you can hear to a degree. If you can put in a hearing aid if you want to. You pop them in and out. You play the game.
But it's not the same. I know too much about audiology to know that you can't just pop them out, pop them in all the time. You get them calibrated to what's going to be the best fit. And sometimes if you lose certain ranges of hearing, then the hearing aid isn't actually going to help you.
I don't know. To me, it just seems like it'd be a fun place to be when you're old, already kind of ornery, and somebody's just looking at you, literally can't hear you, and you just have the same repetitive conversation with them over and over and over, and they're getting frustrated, and you're just being like, I can't hear you. And then they finally just start yelling at you. Let
me ask you this. Is there a point that if you lost something that you'd rather somebody just gave you the old yeller treatment and took you out behind the shed?
Oh, yeah. When the mind's gone, put me down to sleep.
And I was thinking when I can't wipe my own ass, put me out of my misery.
Are you kidding me? No, man, that'd be a blast. Just knowing somebody's got to come wipe your ass for you. Hey, who in?
But who would you ask to do that for you?
Ring, ring. I don't know. Somebody.
I mean, I'd rather just go out on top and use that money for a big blowout and then just kind of put me down rather than pay somebody to come over and wipe my ass.
So the first time you shit your pants, you're going to consider yourself done?
Probably.
Better stay away from the Taco Bells.
See, that would have been a much better cold open.
So you said it was a fun Friday show. We just ramble for a little bit. I don't think we've legitimately just shot the shit openly in a good hot minute.
No, that's why I wanted to do it. We're always kind of getting to the point now. We're almost with this whole past couple of months. We haven't had enough fun like we do when we're in person. I think it's just kind of been oh yeah, okay. You just got off of work. I'm struggling to do all sorts of stuff around here. And it's all right, let's just knock these out and keep going. It's kind of nice to, that's why we started doing the live, to have some fun again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's when you happen to run into somebody in public, the puppy dog, your leg just gets to going, your tongue's out, and your mind and heart are just racing oh, my God, there's somebody to talk to in person. Whoa. Jesus.
Does anybody ever come by the pharmacy and see you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not see me, but they see me in there working my ass off.
Friends of yours?
PJ came by and picked up his Willet. He just looks at me. I look at him. I throw the keys over the counter. He's busy. I'm white Honda behind the seat.
Please bring the keys back.
Yeah.
I went and saw Walt today and I picked up our Russell's Reserve.
Did you herniate the disc again?
No. And I moved everything because I knew it was going to rain today. I moved everything from the back of my truck. It's all in the house, ready to go. Ready for us to divvy up once the stickers get in. The stickers should actually be coming in today. Again, like I did last show, I drank something that you couldn't drink. I might as well take a swig out of this Dad's Drinking Bourbon Smoked Turkey from Tyrone A. It was distilled in 2011 on December 5th, dumped on April 15th of 2020, and bottled on 4/28. All good things. Floor 4. We love some wild turkey. And Zeke, this stays as smoky as it was the day we picked it.
Sweet. I'm stoked about it. The dates even got close for me on that one. I think 12/7 was my grandma's birthday. And then the back home high school girlfriend, her birthday was 4/26. It got close on a couple of those.
I wish it was dumped on April 9th. I would have been really stoked. But that's my birthday, so you don't care.
Oh, well, I didn't know when it was. Well, what are you going for here, bud? You got to explain a little better.
Oh, I thought you knew my birthday. I mean, I thought we've been friends long enough that you know that.
Look here, I'm lucky to have my kids born 5 days apart.
You are very, very lucky for that. But I hope for anybody who gets this smoked turkey that we picked, super smoky on the front for me, and then just awesome sweetness on the finish. Some of the ones that we tried that day, I mean, we went through 12 different samples. The fact that this has a little bit of a finish on it, there were some that did not have a finish for me. We still liked them. And I think that the best part about it is it's just such a departure from the Camp Nelson that everybody was inundated with for a year. It's crazy how many different warehouses they have and how many different profiles they have from each one of those warehouses over at Wild Turkey.
Yeah, I mean, this thing definitely stood out. It was one of the first 3 samples we went through, and maybe the first one we marked as, all right, we're going to put this one over here on the side of stuff to come back to. Threw a couple of blinds after that. It was always just leaps and shoulders above. Not to say we go for off profile, we go for what we like and what's good, but I will say this is, somewhat off profile, not in the same direction as the 2 barrels we split last year. I think in a blind, your first thought may not be this is Wild Turkey.
Totally agree. And speaking of Wild Turkey, our friend Andy, who works for Campari, had a bottle of the old discontinued 80 proof. He kicked our way, and we figured on this fun Friday, why don't we try it and see what we think about it? It's not something anybody can get anymore. It was $16 for a liter, 80 proof Wild Turkey. And he just happened to have a bottle and said, do you want to try this? So we figured it would be fun, right?
Yeah, I mean, why not? It goes in line with the theme of the show and the day. I do wonder, though, I swear there's a black label that was 80 proof. I think it was an export. I don't know if it also had the same label or to a degree the same label and said Austin Nichols and all that good jazz. But there was one out there. I mean, I've seen it on the boards a few times.
I have no idea. I know this is non-age stated, but we know it's at least 4 years. Standard mash bill, 75 corn, 13 rye, 12 malted barley.
Well, it's weird to think they would put something, young-ish out way back then when they had so many old stocks, even if they were going to cut it to 80 proof.
Well, it is non-age stated, so them. I mean, they could have had 12 to 16-year stuff in this for all we know.
Oh, no, I just feel like when you throw out, when you even say it's at least 4 years, that's what the mind sees. When you hear a number, that's where you go.
So what'd you get on this one, Zeke?
An area we don't really go to is color. This thing's light. I mean, light.
Super, super light.
I wouldn't even call it brown by any means. It just, like I say, it's not a note we really use, but man, it was noticeable. I would say nose-wise, I kind of moved around on this. The first thing I got was like when you're eating breakfast and you're kind of about halfway through it and you got a few things left together and kind of blended and whatnot. It was like bacon, eggs, and syrup. Kind of like the salt smoke smell you get off the bacon, and then kind of the texture of just like mushy eggs with a little bit of syrup in there with it to make it kind of like sweet. I don't know.
I got that with a little bit of raisin. It was very breakfasty. It's almost like a raisin bran pancake kind of deal.
It was like post pancake when there's a little bit of bacon, a little bit of egg, and a little bit of syrup all sitting there in a mosh pit, I guess, on the plate. Speaking of the Metallica theme here. As I came back around to it a couple of times, that smell kind of faded off on me. And then I kind of ended up with just some mintiness and some char.
I was surprised there was a little bit of singe, depending on how you put it to your nose.
The char is definitely there. I didn't get, like an alcohol vapor singe, but you can tell there's, I guess, more than 4 years in there, I would assume.
Yeah. So that's probably a better way of putting it. It's more of that char than a singe. I mean, it's not burning my nose, but...
Yeah, if you got 80 proof to burn your nose, you snorted it most likely.
True. What'd you get on the taste here?
First, I thought it was blanched corn. It seemed dry to me. I guess it kind of goes in line with that char. And then as it moved toward the back and had a couple more light sips, it was just more of an oak bite than a rye bite. There's a bite there, but it's not rye by any means. So again, I think there's old juice in here. It's just when you took it all the way down to 80 proof, you lost all the front end and we're just left with, some remnants of the back of that older stuff that had the barrel char just sitting in it a little too hard.
No, I'm totally with you. I mean, the predominant thing on the taste and the finish for me is some oak. I was just surprised at how much was there.
I will say I could see this, way back in the day, probably being an old timer's delight. especially if you can't hear some shit.
Well, and I can also see, I mean, everybody says this is a cop out. You got to think like the 101 Rye was a leader and it's still around for bartenders. You got to think that bartenders could really use the oaky smokiness of this one, do some wonders. And maybe is it one of those things that they had around for bartenders for a while, just because it is a leader and it has a certain profile. And we know how much Wild Turkey loves to partner with their bar community and give them certain drinks that are going to help them out.
Oh, see, I went back, especially seeing that old Austin Nichols on the label. I was thinking way back in the day where you've got the, old timers, like 70 and 80, still want to drink their bourbon, but obviously can't rock it like they used to. Give them this old 80 proofer here, put some ice in the glass with it. They still get that oak flavor and bites. They know they're drinking an aged product, and they get that bit of the profile that by then they definitely, I think, look for. And they can have a couple of pours, not worry about falling off the porch.
Well, when I get older and I have to drink 80 proof whiskey all the time, that's something that I'll really miss.
You're going to miss there won't be something like this around that actually has an aged profile to it at 80 proof, because by the time we're that old, I don't think the stocks are going to be sitting there like they were for this one.
No, but thankfully our bunkers run deep. So here's a problem I have at $16, and because you can't get it anymore, if you do run into it, it's a buy if it's under $30. Has to be.
Oh, yeah. I mean, granted, I don't think anybody's going to find anything on the shelf that says Austin Nichols on the label unless the stores had the doors locked for a while.
But, if you run into one of these and somebody isn't charging you $200 for it, it's a good pour. When it was around at the time, I mean, there just proves how good of bottles that there are that aren't super expensive. This was a $16 bottle when it was out. There are plenty of other bottles that, like Wild Turkey 101, that are great value bottles. Find those bottles, buy those bottles, and then drink them in premiumbarproducts.com glasses, which you can actually get laser etched, monogrammed. It's not going to be a huge quantity when you go to premiumbarproducts.com, but if you are a distillery, you're a bourbon group, and you want to do a bigger order, reach out to me. I will get you in touch with the folks that can do that for you from that team. You can get Glens, neat glasses, Tipsy Rocks glasses, the Distiller's Tasting Glass. They have a whole bunch of stuff, and they have bar products too. So go there. You can get all sorts of monogrammed etching on it. You can get like Zeke needs a haircut if you really want to on the side of a glass. I don't know if Zeke would do that. Maybe it's just a reminder, like when that glass comes up in the rotation, it's time to go get a haircut, Zeke.
Everybody knows it's time. Trust me.
You are getting like that hockey hair. You have wings coming out underneath that hat of yours.
I believe I can fly.
That's basketball from Space Jam.
I was just talking about the wings, son.
All right. Well, check out premiumbarproducts.com and see for yourself great people with great products. Zeke, people can find us on Facebook at Dad's Drinking Bourbon, Twitter at Bourbon Dads, Instagram at Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Find us wherever you download your podcast. Probably already have because you're listening to us right now. Leave us an open and honest review like we leave open and honest reviews about the whiskey we drink. Where else can the folks find us, Zeke?
Good old Nashville, Tennessee. Hope everyone has a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend. And hope this ramble hasn't been too bad, although no matter which side of the coin you're on, this is probably going to inspire you to go have a pour when you get home. So at least we accomplished that one way or the other.
Cheers.
Ciao.